Hey guys, so I thought I'd finally do a vehicle run through of what we use to tow our caravan. So it's a 2021 Nissan Navara. It's a Pro4X model. If anyone's wondering, it's pretty much all I could get at the time, or it was like a 6-month wait. Yeah, so we'll start at the front and work our way around and show you what we've done for our adventure. Start with just the bull bar. It's an EFS. It's just a bumper replacement bull bar. I did have originally a hoop bar that I wanted to get from Ironman, but I think it was the day it was going into Ironman to get some stuff done. They rang me and said the bull bar hasn't been released yet, which kind of mucked up my plans with that, because that was about 5 days before we were leaving. So had to find something to replace it with, and thought we're not going to do any night driving, so this would be fine, and I think it looks tough. It's got the GME antenna here for the UHF inside. Safari snorkel, that was a time thing too. I did want originally a stainless snorkel, but we did everything pretty fast on the car and that, so anything on that I think it looks pretty good actually. Towing mirrors, so we use the Malenko towing mirrors. I find them really good. They are a bit vibraty on the highway, and trucks, big trucks can push my mirrors in. The mirror is not really the strongest mirror, so that's one drama, but it's not that big of a deal. What we got next? Tyres. So Maxxis Razor tyres. I must say these are probably the best tyres I've ever had. They're a mud tyre, so not ideal for touring, but yeah, they've been awesome. They're a 285 75/16 if everyone wants to know. And just some steel rims that I got off Gumtree, so that was a good bargain. Nice and cheap. Keep going around, standard side steps that it comes with. Got a Rhino rack up top here, just the platform rack. And it's just on these. So the Navara comes with these tracks, and it's just clamp on feet onto there. Up here on top of the rack, I've just got shovel holder and a Max Trax, set of 4 Max Trax up there. That's all that's up there at the moment. Did want a kayak up there, but weights didn't allow for that, so yeah, so that didn't help. Sitting on a 2-inch lift. It's a Brimstone lift, adjustable at the front, long travel kit in the back, so it flexes awesome off road. It's all coil and Navara, so good flex. I've got the poly airbags in the back. They just run to 2 outlets, inlets on the back of the car, which I just pump them up. They usually sit on 30 psi when we're towing the caravan. I find that's the max you're meant to have them at, and if I let them down when we go forward driving, usually down to about 10. Otherwise it's a bit rough in the back. Keep moving around. Other new addition that we did have a canopy on here, which you would have seen our previous video, which we had to get rid of. So me and my brother put this hard lid on. Pretty easy, 4 clips, straight up. In the back here, just got the fridge. We keep our spare toilet, our table's in there at the moment. That usually sits in the caravan when we travel. We put this fishing rod holder on there, which is pretty handy. They were just rolling around in the back, and that wasn't ideal. They were just getting wrecked, so chuck that on there. That's pretty cool. Solar panel for the car lives in here, and then it's just a box of a container of beach toys, and over that side we just got some petrol in there for the chainsaw and the generator. Other than that, there's not much in the kids' scooters are in there at the moment. Had to keep it as light as possible. So that's pretty simple how that works. Yeah, so that's the outlets for the compressor, the airbag. That's the outlets for the airbags. Pump them up, let them down. Same thing, 12 volt, ESC, 12 pin, standard stuff. probably it for the stuff you can see. We'll talk about the engine mods that we've done to the ute. Pretty much, so it's all been done by CRG, which they're on the Gold Coast, and he knows his stuff with Navaras, so definitely go see him. So obviously you got piping work, there's another one down in there which is probably hard to see, which has all been changed from factory. Recently we just got, because it was a 12-week wait, the intercooler done. So it's got a larger PWA intercooler, all custom piping down below, which you can probably see through here, all down in there. You can see all the piping. That all got done. Which, yeah, just brings the intake temperatures down real low. So there's nice cool air going through. What else been done? Diff breathers, which are just sitting there at the moment. I did have a secondary fuel filter in there, but yeah, we had some dramas somewhere with that. So had dramas with that leaking non-stop, so ended up just getting that ripped out. So ideally I'd want to get that back in, but we just didn't have time. So maybe on the road I might look at getting another one of them, just because of where we're going. I don't want to get bad fuel. That wouldn't be good at all. Yeah, but other than that, that's about it. It's had the tune done. It's done a tune as well for more power, which 100% recommend for anyone with a Navara, especially towing. Yeah, get that done, because it just changes the car completely, and it helps your fuel economy. So that's the main thing with towing. You want good fuel economy. But other than that, standard airbox. Yeah, that's about it for under here. Under the hood. Inside of the car. Haven't done too much in here. We've just got UHF, which sits over there. Doesn't even have literally just lives in the console under there actually. I haven't got a little bracket for it yet, because it come out of my old Amarok, so that stayed in there. EDS scanner. I can just keep an eye on the coolant temperatures and intake temperatures while we're traveling along. But other than that, it's pretty stock in here. Probably need to get some seat covers eventually. It gets a bit hotter, the seats do get a bit warmer. They're all leather, so. Oh yeah, there's the Fixums collection. Pretty proud of that, which is cool. So battery wise, second dual battery system in this. It's all behind the rear seat in here. You can't see it, but it's got a 120 amp hour kick-ass, I think it is, battery, slimline battery. It's got a red arc charger. Just got a plug to the back for the fridge, an input for the solar panel, and I think there's a cigarette box and 2 USB chargers that lives in the back there. Other than that, that's pretty much it.
That's the car.
That's the car, yeah, quick run through. But if you got any questions about how it performs, fuel, so people usually want to know what your litres per 100 are on this. We usually sit around the 14 litres, 14.5 on the flat ground. We got a bit hilly over here. I think we got up to about 15, and the most we've seen was at the Cape, obviously in four-wheel drive towing, got up to 18. But usually around that 14.5 is a pretty sweet spot for this. And I put that down to the tune for sure. A lot of people say that the Navara's getting 21, 22, which is just crazy. So the tune definitely changes it. So yeah, that's the rundown of the car. There you go.